7 years, that's the gap. Novak Djokovic, 24 Grand Slams, the most decorated man to ever hold a racket, couldn't complete the career Golden Masters until he was 31. All 9 Masters 1,000 titles. Every surface, every continent. It took him over a decade. Jannik Sinner just did it at 24. In Rome, in front of his own crowd, Sinner beat Casper Ruud 6-4, 6-4 to become the second man in history to win all 9. The only other name on that list? Djokovic. A club of 2, and Sinner walked in 7 years younger. The feat that took the greatest of all time until 31, Sinner finished before his 25th birthday. He didn't sneak into the record book, he kicked the door in, and Djokovic knows. In Paris, on his own 39th birthday, he didn't flinch from it. He called it an incredible achievement from a player who's really young. When the GOAT himself says that, the tour listens. But here's where Rome stops mattering. Because there is one trophy in this entire sport Sinner has never lifted. The French Open, the only slam missing from his collection, the one that nearly broke him a year ago. You remember the final, 5 hours, 29 minutes. Sinner held 3 championship points against Carlos Alcaraz, 3 points from the title, and lost. 5th set tiebreak, the longest French Open final ever played. He admitted afterward it left him with sleepless nights. Now he's back in Paris, world number 1. He arrived on a 29-match win streak, unbeaten since February, and Alcaraz, the man who broke his heart, is out with a wrist injury, not even in the draw. The draw opened up, the pressure cranked all the way up with it. Rome already proved he's great, but the record books can't answer the only question that matters now. Can he finally finish the job, or does the one title that haunts him slip through his fingers again? Quick one before we dig in. Comment 24 if Sinner finally lifts it. Comment 0 if Paris breaks his heart twice. I think half of you are about to be wrong. Here's why. Let's start with the number that rewrote the record book. 34. That's how many Masters 1,000 matches Sinner won in a row at that level. The record before him was 31, Djokovic, 2011, a season people still bring up in GOAT arguments. Sinner walked past it in Rome and didn't break stride. The season around that number is just as absurd. Heading into Paris, 36 wins, 2 losses. On clay, the surface everyone filed under Sinner's weakness, he was 17-0. Not a single defeat all spring. He took the entire European clay swing. Monte Carlo, Madrid, Rome. 3 titles in 5 weeks. Total sets dropped across all 3, not per event, 3 full stop. And look at the bodies in the road. Monte Carlo final, he beat Alcaraz. Madrid final, he beat Zverev in straight sets. The 2 best players alive after him, handled, on the dirt that was supposed to be his undoing. The age detail is the one that stings. Sinner finished the Golden Masters at 24 years and 274 days old. Djokovic finished it at 31 years and 89 days. That's not a head start, that's a whole career phase. So that's the case for the throne. Now look at the draw he walked into. Alcaraz is out. The one man who actually owns this rivalry, who ripped the French Open final away from him last June, who beat him again in Australia in January, is sitting at home with a wrecked wrist. Unseeded. Unentered. The tallest wall between Sinner and this trophy came down before a ball was struck. And here's the needle under it. In February, Alcaraz completed his own career Grand Slam, the youngest man in history to do it, by beating Djokovic in Melbourne. Sinner's rival has already finished the set. Sinner hasn't. The French Open is the one box still empty on his card, and his greatest enemy ticked it first. Lift the trophy here, and the math gets historic fast. He would join Nadal as the only men ever to sweep all 3 Clay Masters and Roland Garros in one season. There's a homegrown ghost in it too. The last man to win Rome and then Paris in the same year was Adriano Panatta in 1976. Nobody Italian has done it since. 50 years, 1 fortnight to end it. Sounds sealed, signed, done. It's not. Because here's what the montages leave out. The 5-set match. A Masters is best of 3, a sprint. You can tear through a week and never get your lungs checked. A Grand Slam is best of 5. Different sport almost. And when Sinner gets pulled into deep water, full distance, 4th hour, tank empty, the numbers wobble. Over his career, he has lost more 5-setters than he has won. You do not need archives to see it. You need January. Australian Open, semi-final. Sinner was the overwhelming favorite. Across the net, a 39-year-old Djokovic everyone had written off. Djokovic stretched it to a 5th set and took it. Sinner had breakpoints in that decider and could not cash them. The map to beating this Sinner is not a rumor. It is on tape, months old. That's the fracture. Strike for strike, no one on the planet hits a tennis ball cleaner than him right now. But the game runs at a red line. Every shot full power, no idle gear, nowhere to hide and breathe. Over 3 sets, it smothers you. Over 5 against somebody bloody-minded enough to ride out the first wave and drag the match past 3 hours. His body has a habit of quitting before his talent does. And the man who proved that knows precisely what he proved. Which is why Djokovic's line in Paris carries real weight. Asked whether Alcaraz's absence makes Sinner the favorite, he didn't soften it. He said that, with Carlos gone, Sinner's chance at the title is better. Coming from a 24-time major champion, that's not a courtesy. It's a man reading the room out loud. One wrinkle though, the draw split them to opposite ends. The only player who's already solved Sinner this year can't reach him before the final if they both even get there. So weigh it cold. One side of the scale, the streak, a flawless clay season, a shattered Masters record, an open draw, 50-year-old history waiting. The other side, a trophy that's already broken his heart once, a body that has buckled in 5th sets, and the one man who cracked him this season lurking at the far rim of the bracket. Everything says this is his to lose. And his to lose might be the most dangerous place to stand in all of sport. So that's where it sits. The most dominant player on earth, one trophy from a clean sweep of the sport, and one ghost that won't stop following him into the 5th set. Maybe Paris is finally his. Maybe it breaks him twice. The next 2 weeks will tell us. You already picked your side up top, 24 or 0. Hold that thought, because if this plays out the way the numbers say it should, the comments are going to be a war zone. And I want to see who called it. Hit subscribe if you want to be here when it happens. We're following this one all the way to the final ball. And before you go, there's something else buried in Sinner's record book. A number so untouchable that the greatest clay court player who ever lived never got near it. Rafael Nadal, 14 French Opens, and there's still one mark Sinner just put up that Nadal, at his absolute peak, never could. What is it? That's the next one. Keep watch this space. You're gonna want to see this number for yourself.